He is the chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, and arguably the most powerful, the most diversified, and the most inclusive interest group in Nigeria today. A former minister for Mines and Steel Development, Dr. Fayemi, is an established scholar. He holds a doctorate degree in World Studies from King's College, University of London, and he is a fellow of the Center for Peace and Conflict Studies, University of Ibadan. An accomplished researcher, his research and development interests include such thematic themes like constitutionalism, democratization, military-civil relations, security sector reforms, and policing reforms itself. Like the host governor, he can be appropriately be described as a professional and a technocrat in the garb of politics. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium the Executive Governor of Ekiti State, Dr. Fayemi, CON.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Frank, for the very kind introduction. Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by the Honorable Minister of Police Affairs, Alhaji Ridingedi. Your Excellency, my brother, the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Dr. Udom Emmanuel. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Mr. Moses Epo. The most distinguished Senator of the Federal Republic and Chairman of Senate Committee on Police Affairs, Senator Jika. And the Honorable Member and Chairman of the Committee on Police Affairs and Belonging. The Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, and other Deputy Inspectors Generals here present, members of the Akwa Ibom State Executive Council, senior officers of the Nigerian Police, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press. I stand here before you with greetings from my brother governors, from the 34 other states that are not here with us. Of course, my brother, the host governor, is already fully in situ. But when the Inspector General of Police invited me and called me repeatedly till Sunday to confirm my attendance here, he made a great play at the fact that we are probably the single most united front that use the services of the Nigerian police more than others, the governors at the subnational level. And that for that reason, I cannot but be here, and I reassured the Inspector General of Police that he really shouldn't worry. I will make myself available. But I'm not just making myself available as a governor in solidarity with the police. I think it would be most appropriate to say I'm a policeman. And you may wonder why I say that. My first job leaving university was with the Nigerian police. Many people may not know that. I served with the Nigerian police under a very distinguished gentleman known as M.B. Wali, Commissioner of Police in Sokoto State. When I, as a young youth corps member, was posted to the police command in Sokoto and directed to go and teach at the police training school, Fafaru, in Sokoto State. And I've maintained my contact with police ever since that time. Needless to say, that must have contributed a great deal to my training as a scholar in security studies as well. But as chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, you know what the Constitution in Article 14, subsection 2 says about security and welfare as the primary responsibility of those of us elected into office by the Constitution of Nigeria. To that extent, there is no greater task that Nigerians, ordinary citizens, judge us by than the extent to which we have been able to provide security and safety for the citizens who have elected us into office. And our primary partner in this task is the Nigerian police. So when my brother, the chairman of the committee in the House of Representatives, was talking about the need to fund police adequately, and also talking about the inadequacy of police funding from the federal government of Nigeria, I whispered in the ears of my brother, the governor of Akwa Ibom State, that don't you know why the federal government is not doing as much as it should be doing? And he laughed. He said, well, we can't talk about that here, and we're not going to talk about it here. We would only just support Honorable Minister of Police Affairs in the task of delivering security and safety to Nigerian citizens by augmenting whatever he is doing and whatever our principal, the president, is doing at the federal level in our various states. And we are doing as much as we can, as much as the resources in our various states permit us to do now. But I must say that ever since the current Inspector General of Police took over the reins of office, we have been particularly delighted at the way he has taken the partnership with states. I knock on his door from time to time, not just on behalf of the security situation in my state, but also on behalf of my colleagues. And at no time did I bring any issue to his attention that he did not address expeditiously in the interest of safety and security in our various states. And like what I am talking about, the vision of integrating cutting-edge technology into the work of policing, I also like his vision of citizens-led policing as very central to the very essence of what we have been preaching at the state level. And of course, we take to heart his interest and focus on interagency collaboration, because we see it firsthand in our various states, that if we do not bring together the various elements in the security sector and ensure that they work in synergy and collaboration, we hardly ever get the result that we all desire in the interest of our citizens. And by focusing on that and encouraging that happen, and avoiding needless inter-service, interagency rivalry, we want to reassure the Inspector General of Police that we will continue to stand with and by him in accomplishing the task that he has set for himself, particularly around ethical regeneration in policing and a human rights-driven police force using intelligence, guidance in the most effective manner that is available. Of course, I'm sure the Inspector General of Police knows our views as governors on what we have always consistently described as multi-level policing, without discounting the importance of federal policing, which is always going to be important to us. We have always believed that another way to increase the efficiency of policing is to also develop a multi-level policing, not just state policing as many people like to focus on, but multi-level policing right down to local government policing. I know that the Inspector General has been doing some work, even previous Inspector Generals have done some work on community policing, but that is still nearly not enough as to what we would really like to see. But on behalf of my brother governors, I want to reassure the Inspector General of Police that Nigerian governors at the subnational level stand ready at all times to work with you, to support you, and to ensure that the task that has been set for you by Mr. President and that you have envisioned in your own charter is one that we would work with you on in order to accomplish a safe and secure environment for the citizens of Nigeria. We're not there yet, but we know that we will get there with concerted efforts on the parts of all our people. Thank you. God bless you. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
That's the vintage scholar, politician, technocrat, and professional, Dr. Fayemi.